Hey everybody, Bungsy here with another Ultralight review on Ultralight backpacking. Before I jump in, I wanted to thank you all who signed up to my kids' YouTube channel when I asked you to recently. As a thank you, message me your address on Instagram, it's at Bungsy, and I'll mail you a free Bungsy sticker with my logo on it. You can put it on your bottles, soap jars, whatever works. And for the rest of you, it's not too late. You'll be doing me a favor and making a little boy's day. I'll throw a link up above and one in the video description down below for you to sign up. And by the way, that's me playing the role of the dad in his puppet shows. I'm a worm. All right, let's get down to business. I recently uploaded a pack explosion for my recent Yellowstone backcountry backpacking trip. Check it out if you haven't already. Most of you just come out for the gear talk, but I also have a 3-part mini-series of sorts on the trip itself. I include more gear shots in my videos than most hikers do, so I think you'll like them. Today, though, we're going from talking about what's in my pack to what was on my back, my worn weight, as we call it. Just like with my pack list video, I have links in the video description down below. To reviews on some of these items, as well as product links should you want to pick any of these items up for yourself. So check those out if you want more detail or to better understand my logic behind each of these selections. Let's jump in. I guess we'll start at the top and work our way down. My recommended strategy for protecting your face, head, and neck from sun and bugs is the combination of a ball cap, with a long brim like this one, a hooded shirt. It's also worth noting at this point that I treat all my clothes with permethrin, including the hat and hoodie. I find that this combo, the hat and the hoodie and the permethrin treatment, create a little invisible bug force field around my face. I still pack my bug net, but I haven't needed it with this strategy. As for the specific hat I wore, well, it didn't make it. It's in the garbage. I happen to have a second, though, to show you. It has several really cool features that you won't find combined in any other hat I've seen. It's made by a company called Odlo. I think I'm saying that right. I want to say it's a UK company, but I'm not sure. The material not only breathes exceptionally well, but it's also made out of a cooling material, which really works. It also has a creased brim, which is fantastic for storing your hat in your pack or pocket when not in use. It also comes in 2 sizes, which is awesome. That one size fits most thing with hats is BS. It's coming from the guy with the melon head. What's not to like? Well, the cinching mechanism broke, which made keeping the hat on and in place a challenge. That's kind of a big deal. You have plenty to preoccupy yourself with when out on the trail. The last thing you need to be worrying about or messing with is your hat. Am I right? So, in a moment, this hat went from my favorite backpacking hat ever to dead to me. Maybe it was just a lemon, but the hardware does come across as fragile if you ask me. Again, I'll throw a link to this product and everything else I mentioned in the video description below in case you want to check it out yourself. But I'm moving on. I'll have to find something else. I then have my sunglasses. Here they go. I have a whole video on what makes the perfect backpacking sunglasses, but I'm currently using these Oakleys because, well, my others were scratched to hell. These are light, durable, breathe well, and they are polarized. If you're fishing, you definitely need polarized lenses. Otherwise, it's a nice to have, not a must have. I guess then comes my neck knife. Again, I have a whole video on this, but in short, for 2 ounces, I have a very handy knife and light on me and ready to deploy any time of the day, morning, noon, or night. It's also a safe and very convenient place to hang my sunglasses when they're not in use. The knife is by Rainier Knives and the light is by LRI. Check out my video on this whole setup. I also have product links for you. I touched on the shirt, but it's the Cool Hoodie by Montbell. Best backpacking shirt, hands down. It has everything going for it. It's lightweight, it's breathable, it's hooded. It has a chest zipper for dumping heat and a kangaroo pocket for just making life wonderful. Once you go kangaroo, if you've heard me say this before, there's no going back. I could and do wax poetic on this shirt in my link to review. I guess I should mention my watch. While I love technology, hell, I made my money thanks to technology, I'm not a fan of GPS watches. I have a whole video on the subject. So my watch is just your basic Timex. It might look fancy, but it's not. I'll throw a link to this video description down below as well. Next up, let's talk pants. While I'm a shorts guy back in the real world, even in winter, I've come to accept that pants are the prudent move for protection against bugs, sun, and the elements. The lighter, stretchier, and more breathable, the better, winter and summer. I'm afraid to say that there's no one pair yet that I've fallen in love with. Again, not yet. On this trip, I tried something new. These are an REI house brand, they call their Sahara Guide convertible pants. This is the first time I've ever tried convertible pants because this is the first time I've ever found a pair that fit me and were comfortable. I have pretty beefy legs, tree trunks really. These are synthetic and stretchy. They check those boxes. They also have a comfortable drawstring waist, which is a must for me. I hate belts while backpacking. They also have ankle cinches, though I'm not sure why. If you want to pull up and cinch your pants to get some more airflow, just convert them to shorts. I guess maybe you would use these ankle cinches to keep ticks or bugs from crawling up your legs. I don't know. The pockets are also good. Pockets are a must, though the one extra thigh pocket is a little too small for a phone. Seriously, people, what is the one thing that people most commonly put in their zippable pocket? Size your pocket for a phone. It doesn't take a genius. Just wear them on a hike, like once, and you would have come up with this idea by yourself, designers. My biggest complaint and wish, though, is for REI to make these pants in a lighter, still stretchy material. Even though this is intended as a summer weight, they could be lighter and cooler. But they worked, and I enjoyed them. These would then hands down be the best backpacking pants on the planet if they made that change. As for underwear, the clear winner, Stop Your Searches remains a pair by Nike. I've covered this in a video before too. This particular Nike model is hard to find because these major apparel brands like Nike are constantly reinventing the wheel. They definitely do not subscribe to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it school of design. They're more fitted than boxer briefs, but not as snug as compression shorts. And they're extremely light and breathable. I guess next up would be my socks. It's always Injinji toe socks for me, always. But I've graduated from ankle length to crew length for bug protection. I must have the tastiest ankles because the mosquitoes go straight for them. You could be standing next to me completely naked and not get a single bite, as long as my ankles were showing. The particular pair of Injinji socks I wore on this trip, though, failed. But you're going to have to come back for my trip fails video to learn how. As for shoes, if you've been following along, I have a love-hate relationship with Ultra as they continue to jack with their fit, their moneymaker. I have now given up on their Timps model altogether, which were my favorite. I stumbled across Topo Athletic, which are very comparable to how the Timps used to fit. But on this trip, I went with the Ultra Olympus model, which is their Ultra Cush model, super thick. For whatever reason, they haven't yet jacked with the cut and material of the Olympus model yet. So they worked for me. They were very comfortable. I'm sure they will jack with them soon, though. That's what they do. And I guess I'll throw my trekking poles in worn weight as well. My brother-in-law was borrowing my Gossamer Gear poles, which remain my favorite. So I tried something new this time, Z-Packs carbon poles. I have mixed feelings on these poles. Not bad, but not great. I'll circle back with a full review on them when I get a moment. And with that, I've hit bottom. That's my worn weight list for a summer backpacking trip in the Yellowstone Backcountry. Were they all winners? Nope. In fact, 3 of them made my gear fails list for this trip. I'll have that video for you in a bit, so check back. Well, that's all the time I need. Let's make the dismount ultralight as well, so bye for now.